I think we're live. G'day, guys. Welcome back to SuperCoach with DR. Hope that you're all well. Today, very, very excited. It is time to draw the winner for Selby's or Moira's Magic's pre-season guide. So we actually have 80 entrants. All you had to do to enter was watch the video and leave a comment down below, and your name is in the draw today. So I am actually stealing a bit of an idea from my good mate Damon from SuperCoach Edge when they were doing their giveaway. We're going to have a bit of a race. So we've got 80 participants. We're going to have 8 races, 10 in each heat, and then we're going to run the final after that. So it should be pretty exciting, a bit of a fun way about doing it as well. So I'm not too good with live, so I hope this is actually going onto YouTube at the moment. If you have a comment to leave, feel free to do that. I will have a bit of a Q&A at the conclusion of the draw. So if you've got any questions, feel free to leave them down below as well. But at the moment, I can't see much. So I don't know if I'm talking to myself or if there's a bit of an audience here. But look, what I'll quickly do while we're waiting for a couple of people to join is I haven't really talked publicly about this Twitter beef that's been going on between a couple of really popular YouTubers and SuperCoach people in the community. There's a reason why I haven't gone public, and that's because I've actually spoken to everyone involved directly through DM. I think that's probably the most respectful way to go about these things, rather than going public, adding fuel to the fire. I respect all of these great people, and I'm legitimately pretty close with all of them and get along with every creator out there and all these guys that have been embroiled in some heated discussion, let's just say. So that's why I haven't really spoken publicly on it. I don't want to add more fuel to it, but I have spoken to everyone, and it's really pleasing to hear that everything's been squashed now. And yeah, hopefully we can move on in a real positive way, because at the end of the day, we are here to give out a season guide, and all the profits, if you have watched the previous video, go to the Starlight Foundation. So very quickly, let's have a quick chat about Selby, aka Moira's Magic. I had the great man on about a week ago now. Was able to pick his brain about everything SuperCoach, from structure, strategy, how much cash you leave in the bank, and just have a bit of a chat about life, particularly pre-podcast as well. And what a wonderful human he is. We know he's a fantasy goat, 2 times fantasy winner, 2 years in a row if you don't mind. Tries out SuperCoach after a couple of years of retirement in AFL fantasy. 7th overall, then another top 300 finish. So this man is a goat, but he's an even better human, because all of the proceeds from these pre-season and season guides that he puts out go to the Starlight Foundation to change kids' lives. So when we're getting negative in the community, why don't we think about this? Why don't we get some positivity out there without worrying about who your favorite creator is? And I know there's been a few calls for, things for myself, like an expert badge, or I got tagging a few things about, why isn't DR, or he should be in the fandom's most influential top 40, whatever it is. I am very humbled by that, and I do appreciate the sentiments, but I'm far from an expert. There are many better coaches out there than me. I don't need any sort of a status or a badge. That's not why I produce content, why I started out producing content. I thought at the start, maybe if we get 10 viewers, we'd be pretty lucky there, and that would be pretty cool. But lucky enough, we've built the channel pretty well, but it's never for any sort of recognition. I just love the chat, love you guys, love the community, and that's why I do it. So, but I do appreciate the sentiments there, but yeah, certainly don't expect any of that sort of stuff. So I must be live, because here we go. It's live, brother. I've got a heap of comments up here. I'll quickly get into these before we do the draw. So we've got Global. G'day, legend. How are you, mate? One of my favorites. Causa Blackledge. You'll see the little icon next to Causa's name. Member of the channel, the longest serving member of my channel, along with a couple of others. So shout out to you, brother. Trav, hello, man. Fellow Lion supporters, so peace to you, my brother. PG, not rated R. How are you, mate? Good to see you, buddy. Matty Anderson, I'm live. Good on you, Matty. Always see you supporting all the content creators, so great to have you on, buddy. One of my favorites, Joey. Here we go, my man. Now, mate, I tell you what, love that team that you sent to me. I can't wait to see if you actually go with this in a video, but I'm not going to give away any of your secrets, mate, but a big fan of it, mate. Global, watch the episode with the GOAT 4 times already. Isn't it funny? I appreciate that, man. I actually went back a couple of times myself and put down some notes, because when I was actually speaking to the great man at the time live, my head was still spinning. I'm like, what a privilege and an honor to actually be speaking with this guy. And sometimes it was a bit of a haze what he was saying. I was just in La La Land some of the time. So I had to go back and rewatch it, get a couple of notes down. And I've actually based a couple of my decisions already on this starting team of some of the advice that Selby gave all of us in that video. So appreciate that, man. Spirit, afternoon. G'day, Spirit. Good to see you, my man. We need some positive spirit around here. So thanks for tuning in, brother. Appreciate that. Missed all the Twitter stuff. Yeah, Matty, you didn't miss anything, mate. Look, at the end of the day, brother, I'm someone that that just loves everyone. I get along with everyone, every one of the people or the main content creators that are involved in this, but all great blokes in their own right, and it's been resolved, which is the best thing about it, dude. Matty, you're an expert, mate. Oh, you are too kind, legend. Thank you very, very much, mate. All right, Spirit, top 5 rookies. I'll bookmark this one, mate, and I'll get back to that, buddy. Yeah, we'll do a bit of a Q&A at the end, brother. So just remind me if I forget, my man. Here we got Red. G'day, Red. How are you, my man? Had an awesome weekend, brother. Actually starting at a new school tomorrow as a PE teacher. So been in the classroom for years and years, man. Love my previous school, but this one's a little bit closer to home and in a PE role, which I'm really looking forward to, man. But always a little bit nervous, starting on your first day. But thanks, brother. Appreciate that, man. Banger, another member of the channel. How are you, legend? Thank you very much for tuning in, man. You have your entry in a race here. Good luck, my friend. And thank you for anyone that is a member of the channel. I won't bang on about it now. I'm not going to advertise that now. But yeah, all proceeds do go to Beyond Blue. And I will have a new tier this year. So thank you very much, mate, for that. Appreciate it, bang. Scotty Walker, legend. How are you, Scotty? Good on you, my man. How are you thinking of putting this on Spotify at any stage? I can't even read global. Mate, very excited to announce the Swordplay podcast will now be available on Spotify, brother. So the Swordplay crew, Janice Bills and I, we're getting together. We've got merch, man. It's going to be a huge year from us. And look, if there's any interest from any of my stuff, my personal stuff, like the stocky or round reviews or whatever, mate, happy to do that as well if there's enough demand for it. So definitely Swordplay potty on there, mate, on Spotify. Don't know about my personal stuff, mate, but if there's enough demand, happy to do it, brother. Crazy they went back, then casually moves across to SuperCoach and now. It just goes to show, mate, that there's a lot of luck in the game, but there's a heap of skill as well, man. On Twitter, because absolutely Wild West, mate, guns out at the moment, isn't it, brother? Yeah. The centre bounce, Big J, one of my favourites as well, along with Joey. Now, if you haven't subscribed to this man or seen his videos, I'll guarantee you this: he's the hardest working content creator out there. So I've got a lot of love for Big J and Joey. Both will be featuring for team reviews on my channel as well. The ladies' man, Causa Blackledge. Everyone knows Causa. Can't wait to get the mercy for sure. We'll be getting involved. The merch, Causa. You're a massive support, mate. And we have teamed up with AFL Doodles as well, which is the best thing about it. But let's get into this, guys. Let's get into it. I've got no idea how many are watching, but thank you very much for all the comments, guys. Let's get into this. So before we get into it, for any of you, well, it's going to be 99% of you, unfortunately, that aren't lucky enough to win a guide today, then feel free to go to the website, to Selby's website, More is Magic. I don't know what the exact address is. You'll probably be able to see it there. You'll be able to find it easy enough. I do have it linked in the description anyway. So feel free to pick up your guide. It will be available soon, but pre-order it. And as I said, all proceeds go to the Starlight Foundation. This bloke is an absolute legend. Let me tell you that. But I'm going to remove that. How can I get rid of this? I need to share a bit of a different screen here. What we've done is, as I said, we've copied Damon, absolute plagiarism here, my man from the SuperCoach Edge, and we're going to have 10 heats in a bit of a horse race here. So anyone that left a comment, and it was 81 people, so it almost worked out perfectly, 8 lots of 10. The last race does have 11. Apologies for that, but had to squeeze everyone in. So I will get this up. I'm going to, how do I remove this thing? Sorry, stop screen. All right, so I'll present this other screen here, and it's going to be the first heat that we have up today. So first 10 the race, we have Rod Todd, Nathan C. Ziz, Abs Magic, just to calm it down, mate, much love for you. I know you've had a bit of a tough time lately, but you know how I feel about you, mate. Much love, brother. G Money, absolute G, OG of the channel. Lukey Boy, another OG, always on here. Stuart Mack, thanks, brother. Happy face. Left a lovely comment. Appreciate that, man. PW, Sammy Harrison, and Peter Green. So what's going to happen is we're just going to start the race here. Bit of a horse racing type style operation, as the old shorty would say. The winner will then go into the final race. I'll add your name there, and then we'll have the final at the end. So good luck, everyone. I'll just get back to my screen, make sure that that is on. Yeah, beautiful. I will get to any other comments as well in it. Spirit missed out. Sorry, man. I've just seen. I'll tell you what, Spirit, because you're here, man, and you're a support. Sucker, man. I'm going to add you in. All right, second last race, Spirit. You're in, man. Because I appreciate your support. All right, Spirit, you're in, brother. All right, but we're here with these guys here. So I can't call horses or anything like that, lads and ladies, but I'll give it a crack, all right? Make a bit of a dickhead of myself. That's right. But let's start the race. Let's see who's going to be the first one into the final here. We can see, is it Sammy Harrison? Not bad. PW, the dog absolutely flying at the moment. Roddy Todd, you're not the clown, mate, because you are out in front at the moment. Happy face. I'm sorry, mate. Having a bit of a rough start here. Sammy Harrison coming back. Abs Magic just to come down. Wouldn't this be good? Oh, Lukey Boy, I tell you what, looking good at the moment. Nathan's making a late run here. Pete Green, it's not going to be the monkey Nathan, is it? I think it is. Nathan, well done, my friend. The first one into the final. Bad luck anyone else that didn't quite get there. All right, mate, I've got another tab open. You can't see it. Nathan CS, we'll just put you. Nathan CS. Congratulations, man. You are the first person into the final there. I'm going to just remove that one now. Stop the screen and go on to the next one. Sorry, guys, this just takes time to go from screen to screen. There probably is a quicker way to do it, but I do not know what it is. All right, next one here. Here we go. So 10 entrants we have. Tom, John O'Carroll, member, legend. Appreciate you, man. Benny Anthony Saluzio. I'm probably butchering that one. Sorry, man. Egg. There's more eggs to that, but just kept it 4. Lazar 51, Grampian, sorry. Charlie Watson, Slick McDowell, and Dory 72. Good luck, people. Check the screen. Yes, we're on. All right. Here we go. Let's start the race. All right, out with a quick start. We have the clown again in Charlie Watson. No offense there, mate. I'm just going off the name there. John O'Carroll. The Snail's at it as well. Dory as well. Tommy Grampians and Slick Mick. Don't know what's going on there, boys. You're a little bit lame at the moment, but who knows? Could be coming back. Benny and Egg mid-pack there at the moment. Charlie Watson, the clown, coming through. Dory as well. John O'Carroll. Benny had a slow start. Will he make it? It's John O'Carroll, is it? Or is it Benny? What's happened, John? It's Benny, mate. Had a bit of a slow start. Jono, I thought it was you. And Slick Mick with a bit of a slow start there. Thought you were lame, mate. Almost managed to take it home. But that's Benny. We'll put you as Benny 71, mate. Next one into the draw. Good on you, legend. Sorry, guys, I can't see any comments either at the moment. So I do apologize for that. Remove. So well done there, Benny. All right, next one we've got here. We'll share the screen again. Next 10. Remove that one. Stop screen. All right. Is it this one? Yes, I think it is. That one. This one. Go from the top. All right. Next one we've got here. We have Gazza up the top. G'day, Gaz. Calls a Black Lidge member, the ladies, man. Appreciate you, man. I know you're watching at the moment. Good luck, brother. I got Johnny JH, legend. How are you, man? Daniel Perry. Cheers, Dan. User with a heap of numbers and names and letters and a lot going on there. Cheers, man. Matty Anderson. I know you're in, brother. You Warrior. Silver Pigeon. Ryan Knight. And Freddie Supercoach. So good luck, legends. Let's get into it. Starting off the race here. So we know that it's not necessarily about the start, people. We saw a few people at the bottom of the pack there that made a late run. At the moment, we've got the U Warrior and Silver Pigeon. Causa, don't worry at the moment, mate. I've got a feeling you could come home pretty strong here. Actually, maybe not Causa. Freddie Supercoach. Gee, this is getting exciting now. We've got Gaz coming through. Freddie's looking strong. Ryan Knight, the rabbit there. The tortoise and the hare is coming through. I don't think you're going to make it. Sorry, Causer. It is Rhino Knight, the Dark Knight. Well done, son. We're going to get you in, Rhino. Ryan Knight. Well done there, buddy. All right, have I got all the names in? So we've got Nathan. Just check that you're in. Yes, mate. We then have Rhino in. Good. We've got Benny in. All right. Next cab we go. Stop screen. All right. I hope this is a bit of a fun way of doing it, guys. I hope I'm not taking too much time, and I should have just gone the one wheel type operation here. All right. Here we go. We have, for the next race, we've got Sammy Graff, we've got Donna's Rob Scott, Jezza Jumper, a legend of the community, Dill Twaddle, how are you, my man? Gravy Plains, John James, 1959, Kranis, another member, appreciate you, man. Love it. Thank you very much. Remember to join our chat as well, man. Michael Rubenstein, g'day, Mike. And we got Graham Reynolds as well. Let's get into it. I'll tell you what, Jezza Jumper has got a nice jump at the start there. Johnny James and Michael Rubenstein there. I'm voting for a member to get up here. Kranis, let's go, man. Dill Twaddle looking good at the moment. Donna's Sammy Graff. Graham and Gravy having a bit of a slow start there along with Rob, but he could come home strong. Jezza Jumper. Do we get the first member here? I'll tell you what, Dill Twads, who's actually asked me about the membership as well. Oh, it might be Sammy Graff here. Is Graham Reynolds coming? Is it Sammy? It is Sammy Graff, 9685. Good on you, Sammy. Well done, mate. Sammy Graff, you find yourself in the final, my friend. Congratulations. So we've got, is it 4 or 5 there so far? Stop the screen, remove that, present the next one. Congrats to everyone that's managed to get through so far. All right. Was that the same? That's the same one, isn't it? No, that must be a different one. Sorry, guys. I'm going to stop sharing that one. Where are we? Sorry, I'm just having a moment here. Present. That's been drawn. Okay, this one. Here we go. All right. Next draw, we have Lachlan Gaming, Fitch 29, Skits Fizz, Scotty Walker, Eden Hunt, Brisbane Lions AFL, some good taste there. World War II, Perth Smurf, Lethal, Maximus, Chicken Wing, and Spirit. We've added you onto this one, man. All right, here we go. I'm sharing this, aren't I? Yep, here we go. Start the race. Good luck, people. All right, Lethal off to a good start there. Chicken Wing, Maximus, Fitch off to a nice one. Lions AFL, just like the grand final. Left behind a little bit, but could come home strong. World War. People may not be voting for a war, unfortunately. Here we go with Lachlan Gaming. Skits, Eden Hunt, Perth Smurf. I collect Smurfs. Here we go. Oh, is a Smurf, the little blue man, going to get up here? Papa Smurf. No, Skits, Scotty Walker, Lethal. Lethal, my man. Cheers to you, brother. You are in the final race, my man. Lethal. Well done, buddy. Stop sharing. All right. We've got a few left. Present. Share screen. All right. Have I done this one? No, I don't think so. All right. So here we go. Next heat, we have Swizz 2678. Cole Tebble. Yeah, okay. Jocko. Benny M. Slim, Notorious Redman, a.k.a. Klopp. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you're well, man. Make sure you're following this great man on Twitter/X if you're not. H, my man, member of the channel. I talk to this man every week. Love him like a brother. Good on you, mate. Mike Goodwin and Burks, 15. Good luck, lads. Here we go. Can we get our first member into the final here? All right. Jocko's off to a good start along with Klopp here. H, the member. Oh, we've seen what happens, though, mate, if you start off and get your run too early. But Klopp's coming back here. I got Swizz as well. Sorry, Swizz, I didn't see you there, legend. One of my favourites from Insider as well. Do you know what? Swizz is looking okay here, but Cole Tebble, Mikey Goodwin, Jocko, Swizz is going backwards here. Come on, H, what are you doing, mate? Oh, it's looking like Mikey Goodwin. Is it? Yeah, it's Mike Goodwin. Well done, Mike. Well done to you, son. I'm going to get you in, Mike Goodwin. Well done, buddy. All right. I don't know how many more we've got to go here. So we'll get back to the screen. Stop that one. I reckon we might have a couple of heats to go. All right. We've done that. Done that. Done that one. Done that one. Done that one. All right. There must be. I reckon there's 2 to go. All right. Here we go. So, second last race, we've got Brent Durran, the Holic Man. And I appreciate you shouting that post on Facebook, on your Facebook group as well. Serious Super Coaches. Make sure you check that out. Barney Bear, Miriam Abbas, Bucky O'Hare, Matt Watcher, Jess Benello, Trent Banger. Member, here we go, man. I'm rooting for you. Member of the channel. And Brendan Chapman, 3918. Here we go, people. We have started off the race. Miriam, I'll tell you what, very, very even at the start at the moment. The Snail is having a pretty early run. Bucky O'Hare with his starry eyes there, looking okay. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Brendan Chapman, look at Trent come home here. Matty Watcher, doesn't look like Banger, my member, is going to get up at this stage unless he comes home really, really strong. Looking okay now, Banger, but it's Barney Bear at the moment. It's Miriam. Barney, Miriam, Barney. Banger, you've left you late. You run too late. Sorry, mate. The winner is Barney Bear. Well done, Barney. Barney Bear. Due to that, I reckon this is now our last race. So, stop the screen there. I reckon I've got one more. Let me find it here. I've got a million tabs open at the moment. So, all right, random racer. So I think that's the one. Let me just check. Okay, yes, done. And I think that's my final. Okay, so last race we've got here. Good luck to everybody. All right, we have Insigniate Gamer, Jono Cram, Jay Stelzer, Marco Polo, Wiz Supercoach. How are you, brother? Good to see you here, man. The Corrupt Banana, Michael Hickinson, Bo Please, Jonas Goats, big fan of Dev Robo, or Devil Rob, isn't it, mate? And Tysonius. I'm butchering that, aren't I, Tice? But thanks, brother. All right, last heat before we get to the final. Good luck, everybody. All right, here we go. The Snail's always off to a pretty good start here. Jono Cram, Corrupt Banana there. Bo Plays, mid-range at the moment. Insigniate coming up strong. Michael Robinson. Sorry, Michael Hinson. I've butchered that bad, haven't I? Mike the Clown. Marco Polo and Jonas Scote. Just not having a good time of it at the moment. It's my man, Supercoach, that's looking okay. Stelzer. Or is it the gamer down the bottom? Banana. Jonas Goat is coming home strong. It's Wiz. It's Stelzer. Who's going to be? Crop Banana. Oh, it's the Insigniate Gamer 100. Well done, mate. I'm just going to go IG 100 for you there. You are in the final, son. IG 100. All right. Congratulations to everybody that's just made it to the final. We're going to stop that screen and we're going to share this final one. I've been adding names as I've been going, so just double check that I've got 8 people there. All right, here we are. So the final race, we have Nath, Rhino, Benny, Sammy Graff, Lethal, Mike Goodwin, Barney, and IG. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, guys, this is the final race. And the winner will obviously receive one of Selby's pre-season guides, the Bible of Supercoach this year. You have to get your hands on it. So let's see who the lucky winner is going to be. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. All right, big race here. Only 8 entrances. You know, it's Mike Goodwin looking all right. Now it's Sammy Graff, Rhino Knight. Don't be too worried at the moment. Nathan CS is coming home very, very strong at the moment. Benny, not too bad. Barney's making a bit of a run. Wait for Mike Goodwin and Rhino and Lethal to come home a little bit here. IG, you may have left it a little bit late here. Rhino 9, here we go. Or is it Lethal? It's Rhino. No, it's Lethal. It's going to be one of the two. Has a rabbit got it? It's Lethal, man. Cheers to you, brother. Congratulations. You have won a copy of Moira's Magic pre-season and season guide. There's a lot of stuff that's included in this, mate. When you receive it, your eyes will pop out of your head. And best thing out of anything, mate, is even though you'll get this free of charge, the money we're putting towards this guide is going straight to charity, mate. So congratulations, Lethal. I am super happy for you, brother. Well done, my man. So, look, man, make sure you contact me either on Twitter/X or Instagram. Twitter is my main sort of source of communication, man. I'm rarely on Instagram unless it's a members chat. So, yeah, contact me there if you can, brother. If not, I will look out in my Instagram DMs as well. And apologies to anyone if I haven't got back to any DMs. I've been smashed lately, so I do apologize for that. All right, get rid of that screen. So I got a cough. I'm waiting to. Oh, it's live. I can't. Have a bit of water here. So well done, Lethal. And again, Selby, appreciate you coming on, brother. And thank you for everything you do, my man. All right. So I missed out on a million comments here. I know. All right. So what's the time? I've got literally 20 minutes, guys, until I need to take my man, Maxi, my son, Maxi. Unbelievable. So I'm starting school. I've had holidays. And this week, you can't complain as a teacher, right? I've had holidays for a good 5-6 weeks. But all of a sudden, like I'm back at work tomorrow. The basketball training started, preseason footy. This isn't for me, this is for the boys. So it's just the runaround type thing, coaching little fella in basketball as well, which should be cool. Really enjoy that opportunity. But it just like everything just happens at once. I've been on holidays cruising. So, but looking forward to it as well. All right. So there was a comment here. I'm just going to go back and it was about the rookies. All right. It was Spirit. Here we are. So very quickly, guys, I'm going to get through this really, really quick. I'll try to get to as many as I can. Burst through them. So Spirit, thanks for the question, man. Top 5 rookies to have in your team. Well, it's really hard at this stage, mate. But one thing that I will say is that rookies really dictate our structure at the end of the day. I think 2 that I'm locking in absolutely automatically, and I think will be great on-field options for us in our midfields in particular. You're looking at Sanders and McKercher. No-brainers. Absolute locks, in my opinion, mate. If you're looking for maybe some key forward type rookies that you may be looking to get a bag early on the season, I don't mind Aaron Cadman, former #1 pick, has really nice draw early on. So I like him as maybe that option you can have on your bench. You've got blokes like Imana as well from Geelong with that DPP status. Clay Hall from West Coast could be getting an early game, which we like. I won't even mention Harley Reid. That's really obvious one. This is obviously all off the top of my head, mate. We do have plenty more on the forward line. You've got your Darcy Wilson types. I think Finn McRae's looking to entrench himself, hopefully in 22. Possible sub-risk, as all rookies are. Look to the back line, mate. You've got your Gibcus types, who's actually cheaper than his rookie year. You've got your Marty Hoare, who's at a pretty cheap price. Don't know about a Toby Pink. He's another one you could be looking at. Zach Reed, super popular option, along with someone like a Nick Caulfield. There's some just off the top of my head, brother. I'm missing a heap. Obviously, your Jeremy Sharps, your Jai Clarks and co. But just keep your ears open for preseason news and training reports coming out of the clubs. Follow the right people on X-Men. You'll get all this info. So hope those were just a few names. I guarantee I've missed some there that people will be shouting out at. But yeah, a few off the top of the dome there, buddy. Appreciate it, man. All right. Big J, my man. Show us the shirt. I don't know if you're talking about this or the merch. This one, mate. Bit of Metallica going on. Yeah, up there with my favourite bands. Gunners are my favourite band. Love my Aussie rap as well, hip-hop, but Metallica, perfection, man. Love it. But yeah, with the merch, I will get everything on, man. I don't know how to share my screen, everything like that. But if you are keen, beanies, stubby holders, jumpers, and T-shirts as well. And thank you to AFL Doodles for providing his services for that. Appreciate you, man. Right. I know that I missed out on some things here. Lockie Peters. Here we go. You've got to have me Richo, my footy nickname. Almost wanting El Sporto. Lockie Peters, Richo, done. I will do my best to remember that, Richo. So good on you, brother. Good on you, mate. BP James, do we have a league code yet, brother? Yeah, man. Well, first of all, if you're a member of the channel, I've got guaranteed entry into Members League with SuperCoach Ringers prize, heaps of other stuff as well, from a sponsor that hopefully will be announcing officially soon, which is cool. In regards to another league, mate, I'll have my open league, guaranteed entry. I'm going to have one other league apart from that, mate. So it's really tough just to give the code out because it literally goes within 30 seconds to a minute. 20 spots will just go. So I'm going to leak it in a fun way, some sort of a fun way, mate. So yeah, stay tuned though, brother. Every video from now on will have a little clue as to how to get it, or I may even choose one comment from each video from the team previews, for example. But yeah, stay tuned for more info on that, my man. All right, here we go. Causa's saying he'll just pay for one. You're a good man, Causa. You are an absolute legend, mate. Slim started running backwards. Scotty Walker, best you run in decades. Good on you, man. Spirit, yeah, a PE teacher, high school, primary school for me, mate. So primary school trained. The older kids scare me, mate. They're bigger than me. At least I'm bigger than most of the primary school kids. But yeah, look, I just love my job, mate. Would love to be a high school teacher as well. Who knows one day? But probably after this, mate, it'll be more of a leadership position, I think. I just want to step out of that, being, the senior coordinator for a year and get out of the classroom and try something a little bit different, mate. A little bit more laid back with the PE role. And sport is a huge passion of mine, mate, and love working with the kids. So, yeah, primary school for me, mate, but really looking forward to it, dude. Carl Manny, another member of the channel. Appreciate you, my man. How's this for content? Gone the snails. The snails were looking good at the start, surprisingly, but just like a snail, didn't go home in the end, mate. Lethal from the clouds. Yeah, absolutely, man. Congrats, Lethal, and great gesture out. I appreciate it, Matty. Thank you very much, man. But look, the only person I'm going to praise in this situation is you guys for supporting the video, checking out the video, and obviously number one being Selby as well. So thanks, guys. Scotty Walker, well done, Lethal. See, this is a community that we're here. There's no one bitching and moaning because they didn't win. This is the type of positivity that I want, guys, and this is why I'm not like I'm involved in heaps of communities myself, whether it be the Slack with the Dr. Supercoach Legends, this, that, heap of communities I'm involved in. But what I love with this community, the DR community, is the fact that everyone's positive, man. We have an NDHP here, no dickhead policy, so I appreciate that, guys. I'm going to be giving a sacrifice to Supercoach God soon as well. Don't know, a couple are a little bit controversial. I don't want to offend anyone or any players, but we'll see how far I go with the Supercoach sacrifice. Causa, can't wait for a chat this week. Yeah, likewise, legend. For anyone that is interested in becoming a member, I'm not going to bang on about it now, as I said, but all the money goes to Beyond Blue, and we have weekly members chats, video chats as well with these absolute legends. We give each other grief, but some of the best advice that you will get through these chats as well. So all members are welcome. Please contact me if you don't have the details. All right. Here we go. Let's get into some of these juicy questions. So I knew you'd have a good one, Matty. Here we go. How long have I got? Shit, I need to get a move on. All right. How many mid prices is too many? Really good question, Matty. Now, I was trying to pick Selby's brain about this, like how many mid prices would you look to go with in your starting side? And the issue is, mate, it is impossible to tell at the moment. Now, controversially, I'm going against the grain, I think, here with a lot of people that have been sending me through their sides and other content creators I've been talking to. They're going more your fantasy approach. Some really good coaches that I know going more of that mid-price madness. And when I say mid-price madness, a lot of the 400 to 500 type range, like your Guthrie's, your Crouches, your Amons, and these type of players, some even between that 200 to 300, that seems to be a pretty popular range for lots of people as well this year. So in regards to how many, I can't tell you at this stage, mate. The great thing about it, right, and this is my advice when it comes to your mid prices, is you can target the early mid prices who have a banked round zero score. We know that score doesn't count for Supercoach, but that score does count in that first 3-game price cycle. So you'll be guaranteed to get a particular score within that cycle of your first rise. That's absolute gold, mate. The other thing with the other mid prices you've got as well is that the other mid prices from round zero, their price is going to go up before the other mid prices that don't play round zero. You can wait and see what your structure is looking like after round zero when you may include some mid prices that have just played that game. So that'd be my advice there, buddy. I'm going to do a separate video on the mid prices that I'm having a bit of a sniff around. So stay tuned for that, my man. And always feel free to jump in the chats and we'll go through a bit more of a deep discussion. But that's my advice, mate. And we are blessed with selecting them this year. Extra info from those ones round zero. And then we can make the decisions on the other ones. But super relevant ones in that game that doesn't actually count for scores, but it does for their price, man. But appreciate that question, brother. All right. Red Goat. G'day, Red. Cam Guthrie, a genuine option at 420K. Now, I haven't checked this video out. I have bookmarked it, and I will certainly get to it. But I know that my man, the Scudfather Comer Down, has done a bit of a profile on Cam Guthrie. So I'm looking forward to that myself. I've done a little bit excuse me, a bit of research, mate, I'm so on the fence about it, right? Put it this way, if I'm going more of a mid-price approach, he's high on my watch list. Lots of people may be against it, and I think that's due to age, possibly due to durability as well. But I'm really, really excited to see what the Cats midfield setup's actually going to look like. I'd love to see Guthrie. I'd love to see Jai Clark in there. That would be really cool. I'm not too sure. What we need to do is really, really watch out for how he's tracking the preseason. There's a lot of stereotypical stuff. This bloke's flying. He's doing all the rest. But let's just see what happens. A couple of those inter-club matches. I'm going to speak with my man Shorty, so we'll be doing the Geelong team preview. I'll be picking his brain as well. So at the moment, mate, is he a genuine option? I think he is. How seriously do we consider him? Well, he's far from a lock, but without doubt, he's someone on my watch list. And just a bit of a strategy I was looking at myself is possibly starting with him and then flipping to one of my Lions boys. You look at the timing of the buys. Lions have their second. Geelong haven't had their first. A beautiful time to flip. So something that I may be looking at, man. But yeah, I think he is, buddy. Here we go, my man, Benny Leonard. G'day, Benny. How are you, mate? Hope you're having a good holiday. You too, brother. I appreciate that, man. Back to school tomorrow, man. Carl Manny. G'day, brother. Thoughts on Dan Houston? Yes. Find the buy very handy. Ollie Wines does his food preseason. Good preseason rather than food, I'm guessing, mate. Yep. Why were you with Butters Rosie? Would you consider Guthrie? Okay, so we just talked about Guthrie or Wines a stepping stone or too expensive. So, yeah, again, man, Guthrie, yes, I would consider. Absolutely. Your other question, I'll go through the other one. Butters Rosie, are they affected by Wines? I'm doing a player profile. I'm 99% done on Zach Butters, mate. When the news came through about Ollie Wines, this all of a sudden shifted sort of to the con section. The pros were, if you look at his uptake in his CPA rate last year, it was the highest out of any Port player. Connor Rosie was second. Jason Horne-Francis was also in there as well, but he was obviously a new player into the club. I think he was about 48%. There's been news come out that not only has Wines had a pretty solid preseason, but I think it was Goldsack, the assistant coach down there. It might be the midfield coach. I forget exactly what his role is, but he said that they are getting Wines back to what he does best as an inside midfielder. Won't be spending any time on a wing unless they really need him there to do a quick bit of a fill-in job. So what that means is that 50% he had last year, surely that rises. You've got Willem Drew in there. So let's look at the 5, and I'm not going to count Travis Boat because he had 13% last year. Look, it could be about the same. I'm not too sure. You've got Wines, Rosie. So I'll do it in order. I think it's going to be, I'm going to go Butters, Rosie, Wines, Horne-Francis, Drew. That's my prediction. Is there room enough for all of them? I'm not too sure. The thing with all these blokes, apart from Wines and Drew, is you'd argue they can also have a really impact up forward. Butters, terrific forward, so dangerous. We know that Rosie, one of the most talented players in the comp, and that's where both these players really started their craft and started out their careers as well. And Horne-Francis, I think, could be one of those blokes, like you think back to someone like a Tommy Rockcliffe. He was an elite junior coming out of the square as a full forward, and country footy, he could kick 100, I think, someone like a Tommy Rockcliffe. So could a Wines, could a Horne-Francis potentially do the same sort of thing? I'm not too sure, but yeah, it does worry me a little bit, mate. But with Butters, there is so much upside there. Look at age, prime, that I'm still selecting him. But potential red flag there. I love the fact he picked up on it, man. Wines, I'm just not sure at the moment, man, as that stepping stone. And Dan Houston may or may not, without giving too much away, have entered my side. I need a little bit more cash in order to make a change in the midfield. I'm pretty... Well, I'll let it... Yeah, here we go. So I have made a couple of changes to the side. At this stage, I'm just playing around with it. We've gone with out Stewart and out Brayshaw, and in Dan Houston and his friend Caleb Sarong with a couple of other changes. So just for you guys watching there, bit of a sneak peek at what I'm doing at the moment. Oh, shit, there are so many... there's so many comments. Sorry, guys. All right, Spirit. What's the code for the Open League? I'll I'll let you know, man. I'll reply to you. It'll be in my next video anyway, mate. I just don't know what it is off the top of my head. Sorry, bro. I will get there. Benny Leonard, how many pods is too many, man? This is a really good question. And someone asked me this the other day, and I think I gave a pretty detailed response. It might have been, man, if you want to check it out, my response to the comment, it was on my team update, or it might have been on the last interview I did with Selby, man. Possibly my Bont video. Not too sure. One of those three, though, man. But again, there is no correct answer to this. My advice always is with a pod is select the bloke who you think is the best player. Don't select someone just to be a pod. I think some of the best teams we can have are those vanilla teams with a bit of a sprinkle or a bit of a cherry on top. That cherry or that sprinkle being that pod type player. What I would recommend if you're looking for a pod is if you're getting into the season, you're up there with the top echelon and you need to make a bit of a move to bullet yourself up the ranks, a bit of a risky type move, a make or break type move. That's when I'd seriously consider looking at a pod. Or else you could have a really good gut feel to someone, mate. You could have some inside info. There's a number of reasons why you'd look to select a pod, but never do it just because you want to be different, unless there's a couple of circumstances that I just talked about then. What I'd look to do, mate, if you are looking to select a pod, is maybe select the bloke, if you're 50-50 about a couple, that's got the lowest ownership. So you just can't split a couple. You know what? It could be a Stewart versus a Houston. You look at Stewart's ownership, no idea what it is up the top of my head, but he'd be one of the most selected primo defenders, I would imagine anyway. Houston, the last time I looked, and I know this because it really interests me, was at 4%. That's a huge difference there. You're banking against a lot of the competition. So if you can't split them, you're prepared to go against the grain. Sometimes an antipod, though, at the same time is one of the best things you can have. Antipodding Nick Dacos going to be huge this year. It's going to split the competition. So don't just focus on a pod. Also focus on who you're willing to antipod. And that may be a bit of a different way you could look at it, brother. But yeah, long story short, I don't think there's an exact number that's too many. If I was to say too many, if you're starting 12 premiums, tell you what, if you've got 4 to 5 absolute pods, it's going to make or break your season, brother. All the best, mate. Cully Boy, Cherry Minor Hiccup. Here's an option for you. Yeah, do you know what, man? I was very high on him. If you watch my first team when the team preview came out, when the team picker came out, he was a man that I selected, but the injuries put me off, as well as the fact that I'm so worried about an exit plan. So this is the thing with Cherry. If he's not firing, if the gap in average is way too high between even him and a Grundy, then you go to your Gawns or your Rowans, potentially a Timmy English. You're in a fair bit of trouble, mate. Now, what's the exit plan with this pick? At his price, you can't go down. In my opinion, unless someone puts their hand up and says, yeah, pick me. I'm going really well. There's an R1 in a side that's been injured. For whatever reason, someone's putting their hand up. Cool, you've got a slight exit plan there. But how on earth are you going to go up to your Gawns, to your Grundys, whichever premium you're looking to do? You're going to have to compromise somewhere else. Unless you're running with 200K in the bank, which in my opinion is way too much, there is no exit plan to it without stuffing around other structure. So that's, to be honest, the main thing that's put me off, mate. I just don't want to be put in a position where I'm sitting there with Tristan Cherry, something happens to the poor bloke, and I'm stuffed. I just don't know what to do. I have to use a boost or whatever, change things around. It'd be too much drama for me, mate. So I'm actually going with the crowd. We've just talked about pods. I think the ruck line is just so easy to lock in. Personal preference here, Gawn and Grundy. Do it, value all round there. So my opinion there, mate, take it or leave it. And that's the other thing with being a content creator. There's pressure that goes with it. You know, I'm doing my best to give out advice at the moment. Again, not an expert, but trying my best to answer the questions. I guarantee you I'm going to butcher some of these boys and girls. So apologies if I do, but I'll always try my best anyway. Thanks, Carl, though. Hope that's good with you, man. Spirit, thoughts on Zachy Fisher? I've never been on him, man. Okay, so what do I say here? I haven't done enough research on him to really, really know what I'm talking about here. But I just don't see the relevant history. And I think we are paying full role and a little bit of a dream. There are lots of potential players that could be playing that attacking role off halfback. I'm not even going to name them all. I could tell you 5, 6, 7 off the top of my head. Obviously, some better than others. I just don't see 100% secure role for this man. Now, is he any sort of a superstar? Well, look, to be in his position and play the amount of AFL games he has, respect to Zach Fisher. Absolutely, mate. Well done to you. But we're not talking about a bloke that's come across here from Carlton that's going to absolutely demand a best 22 spot every week and be one of the most friendly roles in SuperCoach. I've got a lot of young talent that could easily take over for those particular roles. So it's a bit of a risk for me, mate. If you're looking like someone like a Jack Billings, again, there's no guarantee where he fits into that side, but I like his prospects a little bit better. Even though Melbourne are a much better side, I think he has a bit of history, and I think he's a better player. So when I say I don't rate him as a player, nothing personal to the man, but I don't think he's one of these guys that's going to hurt you. And guess what? If he does, can we go a Flanders down if he's not firing? I think there's options to go there, mate. So for me, no, not a fan, but listen to other content creators and they may be. So take on all the advice you can, mate. Get a balanced opinion. I'm, in all honesty, not the best person to ask about him, unfortunately, mate, because just never been too keen on him, but appreciate it, Spirit. Good on him, my man. Here we go. My man, Dan Mashman, a.k.a. Freo Tragic, a writer for SuperCoachTalk.com. I'll be talking about them in another video when I have a bit of a celebratory type video, which should be out hopefully sooner rather than later. But Freo Tragic, if you don't know him, make sure you follow this great man. He will be on for the team previews in the preseason as well. G'day, here. How about a swim in the Yarra for more midfield time for Rivers? I'm in a chat with Dan, and I know about this Rivers selection. Now, mate, to be honest, I'm going to send people your way to get your opinion on it because I've scrolled past the man. I've seen a bit of talk on him. I know how talented he is. With Clary out, is this a nice little opening? We know that Harms is not there. Heard a little bit of talk Sparrow could go through there. But you know what, mate? It's not the worst selection in the world on face value. Now, I need to deep dive into the numbers, and I'm relying on you to help me out here, mate. But put it this way, and for anyone watching, if Dan is even sniffing around anyone, make sure you take a bit of a sniff yourself because he's one of the legends of the community. So, mate, I can't give any more on your swim the Yarra, but I'll tell you what, mate, if you're diving in, I might have a little bit of a dip as well. See how we go there, mate. See if you can convince me. Dan, good on you, brother. Maxi Bingers. G'day, Maxi. Lynch or Jordan? Well, mate, this is the absolute beauty about this. You can watch round 0 for free and then make your selection, mate. So we'll be able to see Jordan's role. Is he getting that midfield time? Is he getting pushed out? Does he even make the 22? And with Tom Lynch, we'll see how he's moving. Is he over the injury? Is he actually going to fire early on the season? All this information will be free for a round, and it's an in-season game, mate. So, excuse me, with Lynch or Jordan, I'm not making that decision now. I'm waiting on that data and just waiting on news, mate, particularly with Lynch being very injury-prone. But, yeah, I definitely have both on my watch list, but I think we've got the opportunity to wait, mate. Shit, I'm late. All right, I'm going to burst through these comments, guys, and I need to take Maxi off. All right, Sean Cumben. Looks like North are going to give him every chance down back. We'll pick up DPP. Okay, price and fixture. I reckon is it Liam Jones production? It's a good question, Cal. I got sucked into Jonesy last year. I had a couple of good weeks, didn't he? But absolutely killed me, brother. And that's just very quickly, completely different topic. I'm back in my gut this year. I got sucked into some group talk, sucked into some preseason hype with some players. I look back at my original defense last year. It was Dawson, Dacos, and Sisley. I end up with Ridley, Doherty, and buddy someone else. So, yeah, a little bit of other advice there. But look, with Charlie, I think I've had him in my side for the last couple of years from memory, mate. There's a bit of a pod loop there. What's his price? Is he high hundreds, low 200s? I'll need to check out his price, mate. I do have concerns about a Liam Jones production type operation there. Is it going to be a pink, a combin? there may be a little bit of competition for role. But in saying that, with buckets gone, does that lock him up for a spot down back? I've heard he's playing down back, but I just don't have enough info on him to be able to give you a great opinion. But a couple of blokes will, and that is Big J and Causa, who'll be on the channel for the North Melbourne team previews, buddy. So stay tuned for that, legend. I know you will, and we'll get into that very deep dive discussion, buddy. All right, I'm going to bang through Maxi Bingers. Maxi away, son. Hogan and Kelly in the trade when they had their buys. Look, it's risky doing it with two, brother. I'm considering Tom Green because I love him as a player. Risky even doing that. Jeez, man, Hogan, it's such a risk. But you could do it. I suppose the question you're going to have to ask yourself is if he's firing, man, and he's looking to make a heap of early cash, could you actually trade him out? Or are you just going to keep him because he's making coin? So, yeah, I don't like the plan using two players, mate. And I like a plan being able to start higher and then go down. So maybe a jelly. I'll be completely honest with you. Have not even looked at his price because he's just a no-go zone for me personally, mate. I've been burnt by the man, and I'm not going through that fire again, my friend. So, yeah, not for me. Two, but one, don't mind it, brother. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Oh, guys, sorry. I love all of you, but I need to do this quick. Luca Ryan down back, any good? Yeah, no problems at all with Luca Ryan, mate. What I love about him is his fixture. I love his ceiling. What's the game style going to be down back this year? Chip, mark, here we go. I have heard that he will be taking some of the kickouts this year. A couple of other players will be rotating with that as well, but no problem at all with the Ryan selection, mate. Should be pottish as well, I think, bro. All prices will go up, but Blues and Lions DR. So you may be right there, Trav, mate. Yeah, I'm all over the shop at the moment trying to do this at the top of my head. Appreciate you, my man. Top work avoiding SuperCoach World War 3 on 2DR was a bit rough, the whole thing. Yeah, bro, look, I don't have to tell you, man, because I suppose you've been following me for a while now. I just don't do the drama, brother. I just don't do the drama. And look, I know that that originally how I was sort of embroiled was through a bit of a compliment, saying I should be an expert, and or I possibly have the credentials too. But I think it was just a big misunderstanding here, man. And the best thing about it, brother, is the fact that all these guys at the end of the day have taken it away from the public, had the decency and the respect for each other to take it offline privately and sort their stuff out there, man. So that's what I've got so much respect for. And each of these creators, man, that have been involved in some way, I know personally, I've had a lot to do with, and all of their content is top-notch stuff, and I tune in legitimately every week, mate, to all of them. So I appreciate that, though, buddy. Excuse me. Level. Oh, sorry, Marky, I'm butchering it there, mate. Became a YouTube member, 8 man. Oh, I appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much, mate. Look, for anyone that doesn't know, my memberships, all the money does go straight to Beyond Blue. We have, I don't know what the count is at the moment, but I will do a special video to shout all your legends out. Thank you very much, mate. You get access to a heap of cool stuff this year, some leagues with me, the Prison League, offers for merch and all the rest. So, Mark, I appreciate that, brother. On behalf of myself, the whole community, on behalf of Beyond Blue and our members, we're rapt to have you on board, mate. Can't wait to get you in these discussions and video chats if you choose to jump into those as well, mate. But certainly part of the membership there. Thank you very much, brother. You get the stocky slides as well. Thanks, my man. And talk about members now. Dill Twaddle doesn't actually have the membership there, but he's interested in these other tiers that I've got. I appreciate that, Dill. Certainly you don't have to, guys, but thank you, brother. I appreciate your kind thoughts here, mate. Thoughts on Machito Owens as a breakout in a week forward line? I tell you what, mate, what a player he is. I heard really good things about him in his draft year, but I didn't take too much notice. He's a bloody decent ruckman too, isn't he? Good old Machito. But yeah, do you know what? What we have to do, and I'm going to give a shout out to Joe from the centre bounce, I'm going to reveal nothing about his side, is that he's someone like yourself, mate, that is starting to look out the box. I'm not saying he's got Owens, but I think you have to this year, mate. Now, do we have to start both McRae and Flanders? No, I don't think we do. 1, I'm more comfortable with. 0, I think it's possible. I don't love McRae. I don't love Flanders as a pick, but on compare him to the other 10, they're probably the two that stand out for me. I feel more comfortable having two who I would call forward premiums to start off in the side rather than having your 6 or 5 that you need to trade in. I think it's a big commitment to the one line. But for Owens, mate, I think he's got the potential to certainly break out. Now, again, we're going to ask Roscoe from the third man up. Make sure you're following him on Twitter along with my man, Janeth. And one of my favourite blokes in the world, long-serving member of the channel, John O'Carroll. They're coming on for the Saints team preview, mate. No, they're St Kilda stuff. So, yeah, I'll chat with them as well to give you a better opinion. But I am a fan of the Owens selection at this stage, mate. So, nice that you're on him, mate. We'll give you some more info soon about that, buddy. Jimmy, g'day, mate. Hey, everyone, just jumped on. What have I missed? What are the big talking points? Go Hawks. Cheers, Jimmy. Well, mate, if you have missed anything, brother, rather than me going through all that we've done here, I think this will be available on YouTube, mate, once recording's done. So feel free to check the start of that, mate. But we drew the prize for Moira's Magic's preseason guide or season guide. Lucky winner was Lethal. Then we just had a bit of a chinwag, mate, bit of a Q&A, talk some life, talk some SuperCoach, and I'm about to finish up now, man, because I need to take my little fella to people. Causa. CCJ looks like he's replacing him for the time being if he doesn't play round 1. CCJ. So, Jath, who's not playing round 1? No, CCJ is Comben if he doesn't play round 1. I think that's... No, not Comben. Bloody... What's his name? Coleman Jones. Coleman Jones, the Peanuts friend. Yes. Awesome, mate. Awesome. Thank you very much, Causa. Spirit, how much detail are you putting into the bye week this year? Oh, mate, I am basing a lot of my overall structure off the buys. I think it's important like it's never been before. And I think for anyone that's had a crack at NBL and BBL SuperCoach this year, I've trailed off a bit with the NBL with the BBL now, AFL on. But if you've had a crack at those two formats, you're going to be much better off when you play AFL SuperCoach this year. It is super important, in my humble opinion, brother. Absolutely. Cause with the info here. Still in rehab group, Fisher on Friday, unsure. Thank you, Cause. Thoughts on Connor Buderick, 300k defender. Very interesting you mentioned this, man. Didn't give Jaden short roll, keeps taking 50% kickouts. Yeah. I don't want to give anything away here. I'm going to invite a man on the channel. I've decided I'm just going to do it. We're going to have a chinwag. Going to do this within the next week. We're going to talk about him because I know someone that's currently running with him or currently highly considering him. So, Fraser, if this man's having a sniff again, then definitely have a look at him, mate, for sure. Jimmy Pledger, as a Hawks fan, 3 players I expect to gain this year. The Duke Nukem, isn't he unreal, mate? Weddle, one of my favourite players to watch in the comp. Just on Weddle, the reason why he's one of my favourite players, just takes the game on, almost makes it up as he goes. I've heard just slight criticism from a couple of Hawks fans that he has run into a bit of a couple of dead ends this year when he has taken that game on. I want him to keep doing it though, mate. Love him as a player. Also, Chris, my man from Insider, shout out to you, brother. He's on the Whittle train for now at the moment. And C-Mac, certainly seen a few with him at the moment. Are these guys relevant? Again, mate, Whittle, if Chris has him, got to be relevant if he's looking at him. C-Mac, definitely relevant. Look at his role. Let's see what happens there. And the Duke, well, mate, this bloke is an absolute gun. He's got lots of competition to feature in the top 8 to, let's just say, 12 top midfield premiums this year. With the other two, I think you're getting more of a mid-price, more of at a mid-price. But with the Duke, I think if you're selecting him to be a keeper. Probably too much competition, mate. So the other guys, as those mid-price options, I don't mind because you are looking to flip them. With the Duke, you've got to commit all year, mate. Probably something I'm not willing to do. And I think that's it. That's it. We got two more. All right, beautiful. We've got HTC. Hey, man. Hey, dear. How are legends? I appreciate it, man. Very well, thanks, bud. Hope you're going well, buddy. Thoughts on the track? No, he's buys and great, but no Oliver. He could win the bloody Brownlow. Absolutely, he could, mate. Could have won the last couple of Brownlows, couldn't he, track? Look, it's due to his buy, man. If I'm paying up for a premium that has a dodgy buy, I need to be so all over them and so what's the word? So confident in my own predictions, in my personal predictions, looking at the data, that they're going to at least get average or get equal to a bloke that doesn't have the bye. Now, I've seen lots of good coaches with him. What's great about starting the track like a bomb is that you save so much stress. You don't need to worry about bringing him into your side at some stage. Super consistent from him last year, and we know that, mate. With my midfielders, apart from a Tom Green move, which you probably know about, they're all non-round zero players. We'll only have the one bye, and that's for a reason. I'm paying up so much for them. I think that's going to give me a little bit of an edge. In saying that, if you're not too overstacked with these round zero players, then go for it, man. There is never going to be a point where I try to talk anyone at a starting track. He's a gun, as you said, one of the most talented players in the competition, or alluded to, given that you think he should have won the Brownlow or could win the Brownlow. So, yeah, no problems with it, man. He's not for me as a starting pick purely based on buy. If he has a good buy, close to a no-brainer for me. So thanks for the question, man. They're just my thoughts. And last one here, we have from the Big J from the Centre Bounce. Did someone say North Team previews? I did. You know all about it, mate, because you're going to feature on it. Very quick, last thing I will say, just to sort of whet the appetite a little bit. Just off the top of my head. So we've got Big J coming on with Causa for the North Team preview. Essendon, we've got some legends. We've got Joey that's going to come on. We've got H, who's a long-serving member of the channel, Swizz, and Abs Magic just to come down for the Richmond team preview. The Shorty, the legend, the OG of SuperCoach YouTube is going to be coming on for the Geelong preview. You wouldn't believe it. I reckon I've got 4 blokes lined up for the Dirty Pies. My man Selby, we've got Big Horse coming on as well. Vern and Chris, my man from Insider. And I tell you what, I haven't even mentioned this. Benny and I, my man Benny, fellow Lions man from Insider, we're starting up a new potty. It's going to be bi-monthly, fortnightly. I think it's an easy way to say that. And it's going to be a Good Vibes podcast. And I tell you what, potentially setting up some very, very special guests. If we can line up what we're hoping to, wow, I might just sit there like a fanboy the whole time and not answer a question with the mouth wide open there. That doesn't sound great, does it? But please stay tuned for that. We'll be recording very, very soon. Freo Tragic, as I said, coming on for Freo, along with Damo. We've got Clarkey from the Mailbag as well, coming in for Melbourne. SDS, my man Steve for Hawthorn. I'm forgetting a heap of people. I need to go, guys. If I've forgotten you, apologies, but everyone will get to see when you do come on as well. So that is it for now, guys. Congratulations, Lethal. Thank you very much for anyone that did sign up or leave a comment and enter the draw. Much love, guys. Great to see some positivity in the SuperCoach world. And thank you very much, as always, for tuning in, guys. So that is it for now. Much love, much peace, and we'll see you soon for the next one. Cheers for tuning in, guys. Bye for now. Peace.